My name is Corey Morgan, and I do custom woodworking. St. Chrysostom says, Christ calls us by the things that are familiar to us. So he called the wise men with stars, he called the shepherds with sheep, and he calls the fishermen with fish. And so there's a sense of it for me, I'm like, and he called Corey with woodworking. I'm doing all this by hand. There's no big machine, there's no computerized program pumping out anything. The drawings I get from the architect get turned into templates that I make by hand. I'd say the biggest challenge with doing this work has been that there's no information out there. It is sort of, I'm finding like it's a little bit of a dead art. And no, there's no YouTube videos on how to do Gothic arch trim or pretty much any of this stuff. What I think is really unique and has been incredibly special to me is that the walnut, most of it's coming from the property at Christendom. And for me, even, we went and looked at the trees before we decided if they were able to be harvested. And that was so neat to kind of revisit it. Hadn't been back to out in the woods. Been to Christendom a couple times, but hadn't been back to the woods in several years. And so walking these old trails, and suddenly with new eyes, we're like, oh, that's walnut, that's sycamore. Those are two of my favorite woods. Every species is different, but every species too changes depending on where it's been grown. Kind of really bring something of the earth of Christendom and put it into the chapel is just an amazing thing to be a part of. I went to Christendom, a lot of important life things happened there, I met my wife. So it's special to be part of that, and then, in the hopes that maybe my kids will go there and, they'll be able to see Dad's work. That's all really special, but for me it's been a profound personal change over being these 3 years of working on this project in a way that has been somewhat miraculous, and I think there's something to that. You get involved in a project like this, you're building literally a space to worship God in, and I think that's something not to be taken lightly. What I hope when people come to worship is that there's a sense of the faith of the people that built it, that this really becomes a space for others to encounter Christ, because that's what it's been for me, and I guarantee for everyone else that's worked on it in each in their own way. And I hope that that is felt within the place, that it's not about us, it's, this is a space we're building for God, for us to encounter Him there.